cupcakes. What is the most inoffensive thing you've seen someone get offended by? Alright, buckle up, because mine was so absurd it almost sounds made up. I was working at this tiny post office in Wisconsin to keep life moving smooth, so I had this little notebook where I tracked everything. Birthdays, favorite snacks, even who was allergic to what. I wasn't a boss, I wasn't anyone important. I just like making people feel noticed. So when Sharon's 60th birthday came around, I thought I was doing something nice. Woke up early, made dairy-free cupcakes because she once mentioned lactose bothered her. Wrote little cheerful notes, happy birthday, Sharon. You're awesome. Nothing fancy, just kindness, except Sharon didn't show up that day. No biggie, I figured I'd save her a couple. But the next morning, whole office felt different. Everyone sneaking glances, whispering. Sharon was at her desk, arms crossed, scowl on her face like I'd stolen Christmas. I walked up friendly as ever. Hey Sharon, sorry you missed yesterday. I saved you 2 cupcakes, vanilla and lemon. And then she exploded. I told you last year I don't celebrate birthdays! I froze, did she? If she had, I'd completely missed it. I apologized right away. Oh shoot, I'm really sorry. I totally forgot. But no, Sharon wasn't letting it go. You didn't forget, you ignored my beliefs. You made a spectacle out of me in front of everyone. The whole office was watching. I felt like a criminal holding confectionery. I even offered to throw the cupcakes out right there, but she just kept going. That afternoon, HR called me in. Apparently, Sharon had filed a formal complaint accusing me of creating a hostile work environment by baking cupcakes. Janet, the HR rep, looked like she could barely keep a straight face, but policy is policy. I got suspended for 2 days while they investigated. Here I was, the guy who baked gluten-free brownies for Mark because of celiac, suspended for being too nice. But Sharon wasn't finished. A week later, a sheriff's deputy walked straight into the post office while I was sorting mail, slapped legal papers in my hand in front of everyone. She was suing me for emotional distress over cupcakes. Dairy-free cupcakes I'd made at 6 in the morning because I cared about her stomach problems. I couldn't afford a lawyer, so I tracked down a legal aid clinic. This young lawyer named Tom took one look at the papers and started laughing. Wait, she's suing you for baking. When we got to small claims court, even the judge's eyebrows practically flew off his forehead reading her complaint. Sharon sat there dressed to the nines, explaining how my birthday treats made her feel unsafe and caused significant mental anguish. The judge repeated it back, so he baked you cupcakes, adjusted them for your dietary needs. She wrote a nice note, and this caused you emotional distress, Sharon said. Yes, Your Honor, it was social coercion. The judge excused himself, came back 15 minutes later and dismissed the case. No damages, no fines, case closed. But Sharon, still not done, she started telling people around town that I was some manipulative predator who used birthday treats to control coworkers. Imagine trying to buy cereal at the grocery store while neighbors ask if you really forced cake on people. 2 months later, Sharon quit and moved 3 towns over. Meanwhile, I'm still the guy in Wisconsin forever remembered as the menace with the cupcakes. And that, right there, is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen someone get offended by.